Spain, likewise, has an investigation going on with the court, a judge, because the rendition flights landed in Majorca, they landed in Spain, and so Spain looked at its territory has been violated. So that's going on. But I think overall what we're seeing here is, I mean, from my perspective, we're seeing actually more push for prosecutions than I actually expected. That the American public, it seems, is not really giving the sort of Obama line, let's look forward and not backward. Of course, to me, prosecutions is looking forward because that's how you present prosecution, that's how you prevent torture in the future. So I think we're seeing a much greater push. I do think, though, that, as I want to say, that the combination of the memos and Leahy should just really send a message to America that we've got to make these guys accountable.
What about that? Do you have any hopes for any more independent investigations going on in the House at all, or in?
Oh, I think that's a good question. You know, I think Conyers has a better take on this than Leahy. Conyers does want a commission or an investigation set up, but his material also talks about accountability and prosecutions. I think if you had a commission here, not a commission, I would never call this a truth commission. I mean, this is not South Africa. This is not, you know, an emerging democracy from, you know, Chile or something. This is supposedly was a functioning democracy. In that case, you don't need, quote, a truth commission. What you need is a commission of inquiry that's going to lead to prosecutions. And I think that's much more what Conyers is looking for. I'm sure he's in favor of prosecutions. And, you know, there's a huge effort, a grassroots effort out there. There's petitions, hundreds of thousands of people have signed this stuff.
Finally, Maher Arar, the Center for Constitutional Rights, M.Ratner, has represented this Canadian citizen who was sent by the United States when he was transiting through JFK Airport, took him, held him in detention, then sent him to Syria, where he was tortured, eventually got back to Canada. Tell us what is happening. This is a new administration, the Obama administration. What's happened with this case? He was awarded $10 million by the Canadian government?
He was awarded $10 million, completely cleared. As of the end of the Bush administration, he was still on the terrorist list for prohibiting him getting into this country. And there's a major lawsuit that the center has pending. We're awaiting word from that from the Second Circuit here in New York. It was argued before the full set of judges on whether or not he could sue his torturers or really sue the people who sent him to torture, the FBI agents, Ashcroft and others, and whether that's a constitutional violation. So that's what we're waiting on. We haven't heard anything about whether the Obama administration is going to say, yes, we can do that. And, you know, this has been a fairly strong negative of the Obama administration. I know you've covered it here, their position on state secrecy in the ACLU case on renditions, where they stood up in court and said, we are insisting on state secrets. We vetted this with the Obama administration, and we're insisting on it. Hopefully that will not happen in the Arar case, but there has not yet been the push against this administration, this current one, to say, really open this up, stop the state secret stuff, and go for real accountability.
M.Ratner is president of the Center for Constitutional Rights. We're going to break, and